Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, I am in the back of an Uber heading to a gentleman's house here in Texas, and we're going to look at a 1995 Mercedes E300. Now, this was the inline 6-cylinder diesel, and it was a non-turbo. And in '95, they did a special edition. This is a one-year-only car. And I've had a couple at the shop, but these are extremely difficult to find with low mileage. And one of my favorite cars, they're very cool, and this one has low mileage. So hang tight, we're gonna go meet the owner and take a look at the car. Guys, we just pulled up to an extremely nice neighborhood in Houston. This house is incredible. So let's walk up here and meet the owner and check out this car. Oh, you got a nice car collection.
Thank you. Yeah, this is part of it.
And there she is, you guys. And Roy, you've had this car for 5 years.
Yeah.
And how long have you been collecting cars?
15, 20 years now.
Okay, yeah, this is a nice collection. I see it looks like you got another Mercedes over here.
Yeah, that's an 89 260 SE, so that's a Euro spec.
Man, I never see these cars.
You never see it.
No.
Yeah. And in fact, I can open up the garage door and have a better look at it.
And what's the story with the E300? Where did you...
The E300, so I like collecting cars that have some sort of history to it.
Yes.
Something cool that I can tell people about. This was owned by a doctor. This was his first. This was his car. It was not his first car, but he loved diesels, so he bought it brand new. When he had it for sale in 2018, I said, "Wow, now isn't that cool? If I'm a physician too, if I bought it and we'd have a two doctor-owned car." And so I said, "You know, God, I got to get it." And this was I think he was up in Boise, Idaho, is where he moved to. He was living in Phoenix and then was retired up there. But anyway, I saw it. You know, as I said, I love it. It was such a clean car. I've had a few. I had a 300D diesel.
Oh yeah.
So I've been in and around diesels, and I've had 123s, but this one was just so neat, and I love the history. And I like buying cars. I also have a 500 SL that was a doctor-owned, a radiologist owned. So I said, hey, I got to pick it up. You know? So anyway,
Cool.
For me, it was just like it was that, and then. It was just the condition it was in. You know, he loved it. He also liked riding bikes. You know, but he was an older guy, and so he stopped doing that. But so yeah, so he got this, and he owned it till 2018, and I bought it off of him.
And you have documentation with the car and records that it came with. So there's a good pedigree. There's a good history with this vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's guys, let's walk up here and take a peek in here. Guys, this is these are extremely difficult to find with this kind of mileage. There we go, guys. So look at the mileage on this. 57,215 miles. And I can already see right now this is a mint condition car.
It's a very nice car.
Yes, it's very, very nice. It's got the leather. Now, this is the 1995 E300 is the special edition.
That's right. And so the special edition came with these special 6-hole alloys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in fact, if you open the door, it has this. It has these aluminum sills.
Oh, look at that.
Specific to that.
That was specific to the special edition.
To the special edition.
Man, I have not seen that before.
The burl wood was standard on the special edition.
Oh, let me show them that. Yeah. That's kind of cool because normally it's Zebrano wood.
Exactly. Yeah.
So another cool thing about this car, guys, is it has look at the burl wood, and guys, that's incredible condition.
And then it has, this is the other part that comes with it.
This was a package, right? You could get from Mercedes. It came with the cell phone and I think the 6-disc changer.
Yeah, the 6-disc changer. It's got the power, the memory seat option.
Oh yeah.
It's got another cool thing up here with.
The auto dial.
Yes, that was for the phone. You could send, the auto dial, exactly.
That was definitely a special package in '95.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back here.
So you've got.
Oh yeah, there's the 6-disc, and now this is all factory.
This is all factory.
Mercedes-Benz. The good old 90s.
The best or nothing.
The best or nothing.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this trunk is like, you know, it's like.
Yeah, that's never been out of the car. Oh, there's the original Continental they put on there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool right there. Let me get them a better shot from up here. There we go, guys. And of course, y'all will see it back at the shop. I'm going to back it out and drive it back to Atlanta. But we'll take a look at some of the records, and I'll settle up with Roy here, and we'll get on the road in a minute. All right, so here it looks like you have Mercedes diesel. So these are all, of course, there's the title. These are, I guess, records from you and
Correct.
the previous owners. Wow, that's, I see 2014. How far back does it go?
I've got in here, it's the service book, and he's got a couple of service.
Oh, the service stamps in there.
Yeah, but 04, it goes back. It goes back away.
04, wow.
And then 05, and then I think Carfax has a bunch of stuff that's prior to it.
Wow, so this is fully documented.
Yeah, it's an old car.
That is awesome. Oh, and here's all the original books and manuals.
Yeah, it was bought at Phoenix Motor Company.
Man, there's some great cars out in Phoenix. I've picked up so many cars in Phoenix.
I bet there.
I guess a lot of guys, well, I don't know if they're retiring out there and have their cars out there,
Exactly.
or yeah.
That's it. I almost bought an SL 500 that was out there, and it was a one owner car, and he had 15,000 miles or something on it. It was such a super clean car, but.
Oh yeah, there's the service.
So that's the radio code, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
I
Forgot about the radio code. If you unplug the battery, you got to type the code in.
So,
there's the original owner.
George Grisell bought it.
There we go, Phoenix.
95, and then.
I wonder why he didn't drive it very much.
It was one of 7 cars he had.
Okay.
Yeah, just like me, I
take it out every once in a while.
I take it out. Yeah, never for work, So yeah, it's got some.
Oh, there's the dealership stamp. So Phoenix Motor Company.
Yeah, that was 95.
I guess that's what the dealership was called out there.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, and so that was at 852 miles.
852 miles. First oil change.
1,600 miles. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's all here.
Some neat history.
I can't wait till Scott gets a hold of this one and does a really nice detail job. And this is a beautiful Survivor, guys. 57,000 miles. It's probably the second one I've ever seen under about 90,000 miles or so. Beautiful, beautiful car. All right, guys, that's it for me. We'll see you guys back in Atlanta. All right, guys, I am on, let's see, I'm headed towards the 10, and we're going to make our way back to Atlanta. I guess we're going to pass through New Orleans, and we're going to do some miles per gallon testing. And so far, the AC's working great, blows ice cold, all the gauges are reading properly, including the outside temperature gauge. You guys can see it's 94 degrees outside, but the climate control is working great. Got my Bluetooth and my charger hooked up, and we're ready for like an 11 or 12 hour road trip here. So we will record some more when we do our miles per gallon test. See you guys in a minute. All right, I just pulled over at the gas station. We're gonna fill up and set our odometer, or the trip odometer, and clock our miles per gallon. I'm also gonna let the car sit for a few minutes, check the oil, make sure we're good for an 11 hour drive. So let's go ahead and fill up. All right, guys, I checked the oil, and the fuel tank was actually only a gallon shy of being full, and our oil is at the perfect level. There we go. So I'll reset our trip odometer here. Let's hit the road, and I'm going to see you in like 200 or 300 miles or however long, and then we'll do a miles per gallon check. So hang tight. Okay guys, it's the next day, and I have a little update. I just went 359.3 miles, and I just filled up. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says 10.4 gallons. And guys, that is 34.5 miles per gallon. And same today, I was running the AC full blast, had the cruise control set at 70. There was more traffic today, but I think I got better mileage today because I'm driving in the daytime. So the engine's running a little hotter than at nighttime, and so it's running a little more efficiently and better combusting the fuel. That's the only thing I think of, because I got like 4 miles per gallon better today. So anyway, really cool. I'm almost back to Atlanta. I'm like 2 hours away, and talk to you guys when I get home. Well, here we are, guys. We made it back to Atlanta. I just did I think a 12-hour test drive on this car, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I have found some things that I want to do on the car, so stay tuned in the video series, and you're going to see me completely go through this car bumper to bumper and make it back to as nice factory original car as possible. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.